Hey everyone, so I've been doing a lot of thinking about whether or not it's worth it to upgrade my second generation Raptor to the new Raptor R. As with a lot of other Raptor owners and enthusiasts, I was really excited when Ford announced they were going to be putting a V8 back in the new Raptor. So I was very anxious for it to come out, see what it was going to look like, and see what it was all about. So when my local dealer got their first one in, I went down there to take a look at it, basically to see what that truck was all about in person. And to be perfectly honest, I was a little underwhelmed with the truck. It was very similar to the Raptor 37, a couple little differences here and there, but for the most part, they just took a lot of the stock parts and just painted them black. And I think for a vehicle that's that exclusive and more expensive than the regular Raptor, I think more should have been done to differentiate it. Because people that are spending that much money on a unique vehicle want it to be different than the standard Raptor would be. So initially I was kind of a little bit put off by that truck just because it looked too much like the regular Raptor. Now, the main turnoff for me for third generation Raptors was the lack of a SuperCab. Ford decided with Gen 3 to only do the Super Crew. Now, I think that the Super Crew is definitely more usable for an everyday vehicle with the larger cab and the higher tow capacity, so it's fully understandable. But Ford claimed that they had made the performance of the Super Cab and Super Crew basically identical. But I think it's kind of hard to argue that a smaller, lighter truck is more nimble. And I think the main reason that Ford really killed off the Super Cab was just a lack of sales. There's a pretty big difference in the parts list between the trucks. So I fully understand why they would do it from a sales standpoint, and I think that's the real reason why they killed off this truck. I really like this cab configuration, and I was kind of upset when they got rid of it. I like the smaller cab configuration. I think it just looks the part better for a high-performance truck like this thing is. So the Raptor Rs have been out for a little while now, and actually the gentleman that bought my Dodge Viper just picked one up. He had a Raptor 37 and just upgraded it to a Raptor R. So he just got the truck, and I've kind of been picking his brain a little bit about the differences. He's only had the truck for really a few days at this point, and he said for the most part, other than the straight line performance from the engine, it basically feels the same as a Raptor 37 would feel. Braking, turning, the suspension, everything pretty much feels the same. He's still kind of breaking the truck in, but he says he can already tell without really hammering it, it's a lot faster of a truck, as you pretty much would expect on something like that. So I'm starting to kind of look into it and decide if this is a route I really want to go, because being the Raptor Rs are going to be this is the first year of them, so they are super hot right now. It's going to be a very low production exclusive vehicle. As you would expect, the markups are insane. The over-under for markups right now is about $50,000. So I'm absolutely not going to try to jump in right away, because just like with the 350s and the 500s, the first year or so, it's crazy with the pricing, and I'm absolutely not paying an enormous markup on it. Because even if I were to get one for sticker price and either sell or trade my current Raptor in for one, it's going to be at least a $50,000 price difference. So it's going to be enormous. And the longer I wait, the more the MSRP difference, and this truck will probably devalue a little bit more as I will continue to drive it. So it's going to be getting more and more expensive. So I definitely don't want to pay a huge markup. I think originally the talk was doing approximately a 2-year production run on those things. I think it's going to be a little bit more, because the Raptors are classified under a light truck category, which is different from a passenger vehicle. So there's no gas guzzler tax on the Raptor Rs, and because it's a light truck, not a passenger vehicle, they can skate the emission standards a little bit longer, because beyond 2023, it's changing for passenger cars. That's why things like the GT500, the Hellcats, are all going away for 2024, because the emission standards are getting so much more stringent. But the trucks can kind of skate that a little bit longer because they are a truck classification. So I figured, all right, well, if I'm even at all interested in this, I know it's going to be a few years. Let me throw my name on some lists now. Let me start talking to some dealers, because it's going to be quite a bit of a wait. You know what? That's perfectly fine. I really want to think about it more. I want to get more feedback from people that own them, see what they're saying. Because obviously all the initial reviews on the internet were just crazy about how crazy the truck is. But I think for the most part, it's going to be almost identical to how, for the most part, how most other Raptors are, other than the acceleration is with those trucks. So I went down to my local dealer that I always try to buy from, that wasn't a no markup dealer. Unfortunately, they were a no markup dealer, and people were taking advantage of that. The first Raptor R they got in was given to someone with an affiliation high up at the dealership, and that person did the worst possible thing they could do and immediately flipped the vehicle. So they were not happy about that, because they didn't think that was going to happen. This person flipped it, made money that the dealer could have made if they were charged a markup, and now they just told me they don't want to sell these things to sticker anymore, because people are taking advantage of them and doing that kind of thing. Same thing happened with their first Bronco Raptor, and honestly, I was speaking to the general manager about this. I can't really say I blame them, because to give it to somebody they think is going to do the right thing, drive and enjoy the vehicle, and then the person goes out and flips it and makes money that the dealer could have made, and they were upset, kind of can't really blame them about doing something like that. I basically said, look, you know me, you've seen all my cars, I don't flip vehicles, so I basically asked to be on their short list of people. I don't know if I would be able to get it from MSRP even a few years down the road from them. I'll have to kind of see, but I got my name on there. I think I'm hopefully on their short list of people because I am local. I'm not somebody from far away just trying to buy the vehicle and flip it, and I have a good history of holding on to my Ford vehicles. So, put my name on that local list. I also put my name on the list at the dealer I got my GT500 from. There are no games there. I'm not sure if it would be a little bit of a markup or not. Usually they just make you buy a few add-ons like I had to with the GT500. Probably be the same thing, more or less. But I'm okay with waiting this out. I know they're doing a redesign for 24. I kind of want to see what that's going to be about, what other changes they're going to make to differentiate the regular Raptors from the Raptor Rs. We'll kind of see. I really wish they made the Raptor R in a SuperCab. I fully understand why they didn't. It would have been a lot more money on Ford's part to engineer that truck. So that's not going to happen. People were speculating that. That ain't going to happen. They're not going to do that. They didn't even make a SuperCab chassis for the third gen Raptor, so that ain't going to happen. But I really like my second gen. I like the look of this truck. I like the smaller cab configuration. I special ordered this truck for myself. I like it's a really unique spec, race red SuperCab with the blue Recaro interior. It's a pretty unique one-off truck. And the EcoBoost exhaust sounds, they don't bother me like they do other people. I mean, the V8 is definitely more classic, traditional sound, but I don't mind the way this truck sounds. I love the way this truck feels. I love the way it rides. I absolutely love this truck. And if I don't get a Raptor R, I can't get it at a price I think is a reasonable upgrade price for me, I'm just going to hold on to this thing because I love this truck. I had no intention of selling it, but I may, if I can get a decent price on a Raptor R, upgrade it. But I'm worried because the Raptor R is an oddly usable vehicle. I had a discussion with the gentleman that bought my my Dodge Viper about his Raptor R. Is unlike the Shelbys it's tough to live with them on a daily basis. You know, as your life changes, maybe you have kids, things change. It's hard to use a Shelby on a more regular basis. They don't have a lot of room. You can't take it to Home Depot and throw bags of dirt in the back of something like that. Versus a Raptor R, it's an expensive vehicle, it's pretty crazy, but it's usable. It's got 4 full doors, it's got 4 big seats. You can throw 2 kid seats in the back. It's got a bed on it. It's 4-wheel drive. You can use a Raptor R in pretty much any situation you would use any other vehicle, whether you daily drive them or not, unlike a lot of performance cars. So it's a really cool high-performance truck that most people, if they can afford it, can use every day. So I think it's going to be a little bit harder to acquire them because I think more people will be seeking them out and holding on to them because of the usability. And then people are always worried about what's going to happen down the road, so that they may be holding on to them for a little bit longer as the standards change, as they may be a really short, low production run for that truck. And who knows how long it's really going to be out for, and the values will probably always be very solid. The values are very solid in the regular Raptors, and they'll probably be even more solid in the Raptor Rs. But like I said to some dealers I was speaking to, I know there's a lot of equity in buying one early because they're real popular, but I'm going to use the truck. It's going to be used, driven, enjoyed, make videos with it if I do acquire one. So for me to pay a huge markup, there's no value. I'll just be losing even more money because I'm going to drive it. It's going to get mileage on it, maybe a few little condition issues, maybe rock chips here and there, but it's going to get enjoyed and loved. And I wish more was done to put these specialty vehicles in the hands of true Ford enthusiasts that are buying these vehicles to enjoy them, showcase them, and have fun with them, not the people that are bandwagoners that are getting the new vehicles because, oh, this is a hot vehicle this year, so I got to buy it, or people that are flipping these, people that have a really good history of buying Ford's exclusive top-end vehicles and using them for their intention as opposed to an investment, which is unfortunately where the car market has kind of gone in the last few years. People are almost using them as an aspect to their investment portfolio and investing them as opposed to really enjoying them, and they're more worried about the financial aspect than the usability aspect of them. So this isn't going to happen anytime soon. If this happens, the dealer that I spoke to for my GT500 basically said, he gave me a real honest answer. That's why I like that dealership. He said it's going to be at least a year or 2. Okay, that's fine. Well, just be honest with me, and they are always honest over there. I really like that dealership. So give me some time to save up a little bit some more and really have a good chance to absorb all the information everyone's providing about the Raptor R and decide, is it really worth going to the bigger truck with the crazy engine over this truck? Because I got to reconfigure the garage to make it fit in here a little bit better. but it's probably going to be absolutely insane. In straight lines, judging from the numbers, it looks like it's faster than my 350R is in a straight line. So it's going to be absolutely insane that a truck that big, that's over 6,000 pounds, is going to be faster than my 350R is going to be in a straight line. So, but we'll see. I'd like to at least have the chance to drive one, but that probably won't happen. So I will kind of keep everybody posted in the event of things start moving faster than I expected. But maybe down the road, there's a possibility there could be a Raptor R, and I'll have another supercharged 5.2 in this garage, because that engine is insane in the GT500, and I'm sure it's going to be even more insane in a big pickup truck. So hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.